This is from Zero Scooby Doo. He says, how good do you have to be to get your first sponsor, skate shop or anything? And I think I got an easy answer to this. I think it's like, look at whoever's on that team. See how good they are, right? And then you kind of have to, do you have something to go off of, right? How good do you have to be? Well, if that person's an AM for them, like you kind of got to match up with that guy, or girl, so to speak,
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's a good way of looking at it.
I mean, you have an example right there.
Yeah.
I think it's good to understand that to where you lie to other people, how talented they are.
Yeah.
But then, just if you love it, just try as hard as you can and know where you stand, and don't ask too many ask questions, but don't be so pushy, and don't be like, oh, can I get on the team? Can I get on the team?
Yeah, when can I get on?
I think there's something. I used to tell kids this at the barracks, and I think that it's a subtle difference that you notice when you're around people that are like trying to come up. I always tell people, be hungry but never be thirsty.
Yes.
Yeah,
Like if you come off too thirsty and just like too anxious and strange, it puts a bad taste. Well, you know what I mean? Like,
100%.
Off-putting.
Off-putting is a better.
And it's one of those things where like when people are hungry, like Johnny Hernandez, he was hungry.
Yeah,
you could
still is.
Yeah,
No
that was a talented kid who was like, I want to be something, and just he let his skating talk. Then there was other kids that would come around that would just be a little too pushy, a little too off-putting, and it makes for an uncomfortable conversation.
Right.
And I think
I think those are the conversations. Like, I mean, this guy, Zero Scooby Doo, maybe talking about like a skate shop, It's okay, what are the other kids sponsored by the skate shop? Okay, are you, comparable? Are you almost as good as those guys? Like, can you hang,
Right.
But then also like, how do you come up with that conversation, right? How do you approach the skate shop owner? Like, how do you, like, hey, you should sponsor me, or hey, I know you guys got other teams. Like, what can I do to try to get on?
I think the best thing to do is play your position, skate, do your best at skateboarding, and you will get noticed. And that's how it will happen. You don't get me wrong. You can market yourself. You can do all the extra things that you think are going to help you. But for the most part, your skating speaks for everything. And just go out, skate, and you will get noticed. People will start to not like recruit you, but they'll be like, I'm gonna fuck with the little,
notice of
fuck
it.
with the little dude.
Yeah.
You know?
And if you're hanging around a lot, you're with that crew. Then you got other people putting a stamp on you. So
and you
it's
see
like
how they rock. You're just like, okay,
Right.
It's a skate. It's a skate team, and that's what it is. You have to be a team with them. You have to get along with them. You go out and skate with them. That's what it is.
because I think it could be off-putting how you approach certain situations. Like Steve has said,
think,
like this guy's strange. Like he's just coming up and just
it's
he's
about having
off-putting.
proper etiquette, so to speak.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
the understanding, you know what I'm saying, and understanding that like being pushy and being extra and just that's not going to help unless you just have a way about you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Every situation is different, but for the majority of the time, just skate and stay humble, bro. You will get noticed.
Yeah, for sure.
Straight up.
And some people are so talented, but you don't see them on the team, and there's a reason why.
Yep.
There is that. I mean, it's kind of, you don't talk about it really, but there's maybe they're an asshole, or fucking they don't get along with people, or they have their own issues.
Yeah, or they're an introvert and they don't really know how to get along or talk to individuals. You know what I mean? Some of those dudes eventually grow out of that to a degree. Yeah. But I mean, to each his own, man. I think just staying humbled and trying to just keep your head down and skate and try to mix and mingle with the right individuals.
Yes, I think that's super important too. Like being, like if you go to a park where a lot of people go to, being adjacent. You know what I mean? Like don't be in the mix trying to get all up in what's going on, but like be close enough to where people can take notice of your talents and do what you got to do, but don't be so pushy.
Yeah.
And what I was saying before is like, comparing somebody who's already on the team, like don't get me wrong, like you don't have to be just as good as somebody else. Like it also, there's a lot that goes involved with being on a team too. You don't have to be the best skateboarder, you don't have to live up to these other guys that are on the team. There's a lot of other factors,
But if you're a cool-ass dude and you're better than Tiago, you're on primitive.
I mean,
Okay. Yeah, if you're better than Tiago, for sure. But
You're a cool dude.
if you're a cool dude and you're better than Tiago,
You're on primitive. I guess that's what you have to do to get on primitive.
yeah.
Yeah.
But there are those.
Raj is the new team manager.
But there are those factors. Like you don't have to compare yourself with somebody else, but
No.
use them as like maybe a measuring guide. Of like, oh, maybe am I ready to get on a team or
It's a
something?
nice blueprint to kind of
Just-
have.
There you go, blueprint.
Yeah.
But
I
there's
re-
so many other things that are involved with it. Cool kid, being better than Tiago, all that stuff.
When I got on the first skate shop, which led me into everything else, was it's funny how the journey starts with the skate shop, and the journey just
Yeah.
goes in this crazy direction that you never see coming. But I would go to the skate shop every single day and just hang out. I would be that kid, but I wouldn't be annoying. I would just be like watching videos and
Right.
looking. And then you just naturally become friends with, just like you are at school or whatever you
Yeah.
do. You just genuinely become friends with people, and don't ask. I mean, you might be a funny, annoying kid. I don't know, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think nowadays it's more of like skate shops still play a factor in it, but I'm also believing too. It's like it's at the skate parks too.
Yes,
it's
yeah.
like hanging out with all those everybody at the skate park.
That's where you bond and build
Yeah.
those cliques.
Yeah,
and
the
skateboard,
camaraderie,
like,
you know what I mean?
And then you all start to progress together. Like that was the dopest shit. Was we were all, at least in Kansas City, all on a similar level. So we would all go to the park and everybody would start to progress together.
Yeah.
And then you take it to the streets, and then it just.
It's funny. It's kind of like a no-brainer. It's kind of like the.
yeah, but it is a no brainer. But maybe I told the story before, but I don't know if I have. You guys play tetherball back in the day?
Yeah, it goes around and
Yeah,
around and around.
when I was my first time learning like etiquette ever in my life, I remember playing game. I'm like, I don't know what to do. I was like, oh, just tell him it's your court, and then you're going first. And I was like, it's my court, and I'm going first. And the guy looks at me, he's like, what the hell? No, you're not. This is my court. I'm going first. And then he like kind of
fight?
No, he beat me pretty fast, but it was like, no, he's like, no, you have to win here. Told me a little bit about how it worked, and then I was like, oh, I can't just walk into this just.
and say this is my
Yeah,
court.
I have to learn what's going on.
It's like playing pool, right? You got to step
yeah.
up to the winner and
Put your
try to beat
quarter
him to
down,
get the
like,
table.
Yeah.
yeah, and it's just learning that etiquette and
You got to beat Tiago to get his spot.
and a cool dude.
Yeah, and a cool dude.
Gotta be a cool dude.
Yeah. But I hope that answers your question, Zero Scooby Doo. Eldon, you got anything to add to that?
You guys killed it.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
you guys killed it.
I like these questions.
They're
man.
good, right? I
Yeah.
love them, bro. I love them.
Where is that like button? Right? Is it right here or right here?
Just a little scroll coming down the bottom.
It's
Subscribe.
over to it's on your
It's on my
left.
right? It's on
No,
my
on your
left.
left.
Hey,
Yeah,
hit
right
that
there.
button right there.
Right there.
Right there.
Yeah, please.
The like button's kind of like in the middle there. It's like we're kind of like
Oh, it's like
there.
right here?
Kind of.
Like
yeah,
right
The
there?
subscribe's like over to the left.
It's like right over there. All right.